Imagine waking up one morning, getting into your car, driving to work just like you do every single day, and then getting pulled over, handed a fine, or even having your license suspended. Not because you did something wrong, but because you simply did not know about a new law that just went into effect. That is happening to real drivers across the United States right now in April 2026. And if you are watching this video, you are one of the smart ones who is going to be prepared. So stay with me, because what I am about to share with you could save you hundreds of dollars, protect your driving record, and keep you legally safe on the road. Welcome back to DriveAuthority USA, the channel where we keep American drivers informed, empowered, and always one step ahead of the law. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now because we drop critical driving updates, law breakdowns, and road safety content every single week. And today, we are diving deep into one of the biggest driving law overhauls the United States has seen in recent years. April 2026 has brought with it a wave of new regulations, updated traffic codes, and enforcement changes that every single driver needs to know about, whether you have been driving for 6 months or 60 years. Let us start with what is arguably the most talked about change hitting roads across multiple states this April, and that is the updated hands-free driving enforcement laws. Now, many states already had hands-free laws on the books, but the problem was inconsistent enforcement and outdated definitions of what counted as distracted driving. In April 2026, several states have rolled out significantly stricter versions of these laws. We are not just talking about putting your phone down anymore. The new regulations in states like Georgia, Florida, Texas, and Ohio now include holding your phone at a red light as a primary offense. That means officers do not need another reason to pull you over. If they see that phone in your hand, even while you are completely stopped, that is an immediate fine. First-time offenders in some of these states are looking at fines starting at $150, with repeat offenses climbing to $500 or more, plus points on your license. Now here is where it gets really important. The definition of a handheld device has also been expanded. It is no longer just your smartphone. Tablets, portable GPS devices that you are actively touching, and even certain smartwatches that require manual interaction while driving now fall under these updated distracted driving statutes. So if you thought switching from your phone to a tablet mounted on your dashboard gave you a legal loophole, think again. The law has caught up. Moving on to another massive update: speed camera legislation. This one is going to affect drivers in urban areas the most. Several major cities, including Chicago, Philadelphia, and Portland, have expanded their automated speed camera programs significantly in 2026. What is new this time is not just the number of cameras, but where they are being placed and how the fines are being structured. Cameras are now being deployed in residential neighborhoods, not just school zones and highway corridors. And the fine structure has shifted from flat fees to income-based fines in certain jurisdictions. That is right. In some cities, your speeding ticket amount could now be calculated based on your reported income, a model borrowed from several European countries. This is brand new territory for American traffic law, and it is already generating massive debate. But whether you agree with it or not, the law is the law, and you need to know it exists. Let us talk about electric vehicles for a moment, because the EV boom has brought with it a completely new set of legal questions, and April 2026 has brought some answers. Several states have now passed laws specifically addressing EV-related road behaviors. One of the biggest changes involves HOV lane access. Previously, many states gave solo EV drivers automatic access to high-occupancy vehicle lanes. That privilege is now being rolled back or modified in states like California and Washington, where updated clean vehicle standards now require EVs to meet specific newer emission certifications to qualify for HOV lane exemptions. If your electric vehicle is an older model, we are talking 2021 or earlier in some cases, you may no longer automatically qualify. You need to check your state's updated clean vehicle registry to confirm your eligibility. There is also a new development around EV charging station etiquette and law. This might sound minor, but it is not. In at least 8 states, legislation passed in early 2026 now makes it a finable offense to park a non-electric vehicle in a designated EV charging spot. And the fines are steep, starting at $200 in most cases. But here is the twist. Even EV drivers can be fined if they leave their fully charged vehicle occupying a charging station beyond a set time limit, typically 1 hour after charging is complete. These are being actively enforced, and the fines go directly towards state EV infrastructure funds. Now let us get into something that affects almost every commercial and rideshare driver in the country: updated insurance minimum requirements. As of April 2026, the federal government has issued new guidance strongly encouraging states to raise their minimum auto insurance liability limits, and many states have already responded. States like Virginia, Minnesota, and Louisiana have officially raised their minimum bodily injury liability requirements. If you are driving in these states, your old policy minimums might no longer be legally sufficient. This means you need to contact your insurance provider immediately and verify that your current coverage meets the new state-mandated minimums. Driving with insufficient coverage is not just a ticketable offense. It can result in license suspension and serious financial liability if you are involved in an accident. For rideshare drivers specifically, those of you working with Uber, Lyft, or similar platforms, there are new commercial classification rules taking effect in several states that could impact how your vehicle is insured during active trips versus waiting periods. The gap coverage rules have been tightened, and if your personal insurance provider finds out you were in rideshare mode during an incident without proper commercial coverage, your claim could be denied entirely. This is a big deal. Make sure your rideshare endorsement is current and compliant with your state's 2026 standards. Let us also quickly address school zone and construction zone law updates, because enforcement here has gotten dramatically more aggressive. Across the board, states are doubling fines in active construction zones, and the definition of an active zone has been broadened. You no longer need to see workers physically present for the doubled fine rules to apply. If the signage is up and the zone is officially designated, the fines apply around the clock, even at midnight when no one is working. Speed cameras in these zones are also now being operated by private enforcement companies under government contracts in several states, meaning citations can arrive by mail weeks after the fact with photographic evidence attached. And finally, let us talk about something that is going to become a much bigger conversation as the year goes on: autonomous and driver assist technology liability laws. With more vehicles equipped with advanced driver assistance systems, cruise control automation, and semi-autonomous features, legislators have started to tackle the question of who is legally responsible when these systems are engaged during an incident. In April 2026, 3 states, Arizona, Nevada, and Michigan, have passed preliminary legislation establishing that the driver remains legally responsible at all times, regardless of what automated system is active. This directly challenges the idea that engaging autopilot or similar features transfers any responsibility away from the human behind the wheel. If you drive a Tesla, a GM Super Cruise vehicle, or any car with Level 2 or Level 3 automation, this law applies to you, and you need to understand it clearly. The road is always changing. Laws evolve, enforcement shifts, and what was perfectly legal last year might cost you a serious fine today. That is exactly why staying informed is not optional. It is essential. Every update we covered today is real. It is happening now, and it is affecting drivers just like you across this country. The best thing you can do is stay educated, verify your insurance, check your state's official DMV and Transportation Department websites for local specifics, and keep coming back here for the latest. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. That tells me you are serious about being a responsible, informed driver. If this update helped you, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone you know who drives, and most importantly, subscribe to Drive Authority USA so you never miss a critical update like this one. We are here every week, keeping you legally protected and road ready. Until next time, drive smart, drive safe, and stay authorized with Drive Authority USA.